up on Property Brothers. Gets you happy. I'll help them realize a fixer-upper could be their perfect home. And I'll transform it into their dream home.
I don't like it.
This stone doesn't like your imperfections either. Welcome to your new home.
Look at my skeleton!
Laurel and Craig are high school sweethearts, and they need to find a house fast for their adorable daughter Riley and their cute pup Jones. Oh, high school sweethearts, that is so cute. Oh, big tough contractor going soft on us? Contractors can use words like cute and kitten, and it's fine. Okay.
Craig and I are complete opposites.
Laurel is emotional and stubborn and passionate and very opinionated and idealistic. That's right, Dada is analytical and grounded and realistic.
He sometimes, when I'm high in the sky with my ideas, brings me back down to earth. Mom! But Mom is always the boss, as she said. Craig and I met in high school.
I played the piano, Laurel sang. There was a trip to Europe with chorus, and we got to know each other on that trip. We were in Paris, and Laurel's like, I've been here before, I know Paris. We're going here, and how to get there, it's this way. I'm like, I don't think it's this way. But Laurel was so persistent and confident that we all followed her. We end up in the exact opposite place we wanted to be.
So even when I'm wrong, people follow me. Riley, say Nana. So this is my mother-in-law, Rena.
We sold our house very quickly, and now we're living with my mom.
Is this one a better one?
This is dirty, and it's getting stressful.
Are you, like, kidding me?
I'm a clean freak, and it's also a control thing, I think. I don't necessarily love to clean with the sponge, but my mother-in-law does. It's hard for me to tell, obviously, someone else what to do because it's not my home. So my own kitchen, my own rules, and that's how it goes.
So is it our house, our rules?
We don't want to renovate because of all the problems we had in our last house.
We thought we were buying a done, fixed house, and it turned out to be a complete flop. Everything needed to be fixed. Every dollar we put in, something else broke. It was a horrible situation.
Our wish list is to have an open concept kitchen with a large dining room.
The sense of community is very important, but also the school system. We want a good school system.
A great big backyard.
We want a nice playroom for Riley. We also need a nice space for piano.
Craig and I have always disagreed on money. I am definitely the spender, so if it takes a little bit more to get what we want, I'm willing to do that.
Our budget is $1,060,000. I'm not going over that by a penny.
Not even a penny.
Not even a penny.
Finding a home in Laurel and Craig's desired community is key for them, but it's going to make this process really difficult. This part of New York is highly sought after, so homes don't come on the market very often. This house is on a nice, quiet cul-de-sac. Lots of space, 2 acres.
Yeah, I really love the setting. It's very tranquil.
Wow.
Wow, beautiful. It's big, open.
The ceiling is massive.
It's gigantic.
A cathedral, a literal cathedral.
Walking into this house, I'm totally blown away. I can't believe how large the ceilings are. I love the beams. It looks very rustic and really keeps in style with, you know, the scenery. It's definitely the wow factor. It's amazing. I love the fireplace. I mean, it's just beautiful detail.
Now, Laurel's very particular about the floor coloring.
If it's too dark, it shows every little dust and dirt and stain, and if it's too light, it also can show a lot of the scratching.
Are you cleaning all the time?
I am.
She's a clean freak.
I am exactly like that. In my house, nothing is out of place. There's so much more to this house you're going to love. Imagine a bigger table. You could have 10, 12 people around here.
You could easily fit 12, 15, even 20 if you wanted to. I mean, it's endless possibilities there, and that's really important.
Top-of-the-line appliances, kitchen eat-in area.
Oh, wow. I like how the kitchen doesn't feel cramped at all. You're able to fit a pretty decently sized table with a really nice island. Yeah, the kitchen is incredible. The island is expansive. I love that it has a large 6-burner range. I mean, it's amazing. Oh, wow.
Now, this is quite the bonus room.
You could watch movies in here. You could play ping pong in here. There's a piano.
Oh, there is a piano.
Yeah, I was going to say, if someone could play a song, do you want to hum a little fa-la-ti-da? Showing dream homes gets you happy. Happy for baby Riley. I can see why she fell in love with you. I can see you're no longer the nerdy piano kid.
I feel like I'm about to be insulted.
Yeah, I was going to say, no longer the nerdy kid. You're now that sexy, suave piano guy, huh? That's why she fell for you.
Yeah.
Speaking of sexy and suave, let's play ping pong. Here we go. Ready? Good?
I used to be.
Oh, he's got moves. Oh! Oh, in the corner. What do you think?
It's beautiful. It goes on forever, it looks like.
So, this house has everything on your wish list.
Yes.
That comes at a price, and that price is $1,300,000.
The brothers giveth and the brothers taketh away.
And I don't want to take it. I don't want to be mean. I get that you guys like this neighborhood. It's a beautiful area, but it's expensive. If you really want to be here, we have to look at fixer-uppers.
It's tough, you know, because we got burned once, and we really don't want to get burned again.
We're absolutely going to be on top of every detail this time. We are much more educated to what we're looking for, and, you know, Laurel's very opinionated. So.
and picky.
This house was built in 1960. They've done some updates, but it gives you 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms.
It's horrible. It's disgusting. Look at these bugs on the floor and oh my god.
This house has been sitting empty, and as you can see, it's a little rough. There's some dirt, there's some little spiders. They're dead, though, so it's fine.
It's really dark, and it's dingy, and it's really unattractive.
Laurel and Craig are obviously having a hard time picturing how this house could work for them, but they have to be patient because it does get better. This home is a detached split level with over 2,200 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and a very generous backyard. Not to mention that this is a top-rated community, and I know that's #1 in their minds. With some time, Jonathan could make this house as desirable on the inside as it is on the outside.
It's a nice space.
Well, no, look at the floor.
It's a nice space.
It's disgusting. It's all cracked, and it's white.
Don't look at the floor so much, look at the space. It's nice and big, lots of light.
Yeah, the bay window's nice. But what's up over here?
A little bit of water damage, so this is something we have to replace, but we replace it with something that will let in just as much light. I like the fact that if you're into singing, this is the perfect space for that.
Yeah, so where would you put a piano in here?
I would put the piano over in the corner underneath that one light, spotlight. Would you like to do a reno? I think I need to hear it.
No.
I need to hear it also.
No, I'm not singing right now. I'm not singing because I'm shy and I'm rusty. I haven't done it in a very long time, and I'm that type of person that I just don't belt out a tune. Like, I have to, be prepared.
There is a lot of potential in this house, whether you sing or not. Come on through the kitchen, though.
And the cabinets are pretty crappy.
They're awful. Oh, yeah, and that's definitely electric, which I hate. The kitchen needs a lot of work. I mean, first of all, there's cabinets that don't even have a covering. There's, a big hole in them.
It's a very tight space, and it's very dated.
What's your thought, though, about this as a dining space? Does it feel too small? Do you like how it flows into the living room?
Sitting here, this feels like a very small space for a dining room.
The key to an amazing dining room is having it open to the kitchen. So we'd start by losing this wall. Clean and modern will be the theme here, with stainless steel appliances, hardwood floors, and a massive island for Laurel. In the dining room, a large expandable table and lots of seating will make hosting a breeze.
I think it sounds amazing. I mean, it sounds so gigantic.
Come on through here. You're going to love this room.
It's a pretty cool room.
This would be the great room. And look at this fireplace feature all the way up to the ceiling.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love the beams. I love the hardwood on the ceiling, the stone. It's gorgeous.
I love the fact that they added this square footage onto the home. This gives you a massive area for the family to hang out. In fact, we have so much square footage that we can do anything we want. We'll start by replacing all of the windows and running hardwood throughout. We'll raise the floor and turn this from a room with a split personality into the perfect space for relaxing. Finally, we'll add a rustic wood mantle to the fireplace feature and a flat screen TV for Craig.
It's an impressive room on its own with that big vaulted ceiling and the master fireplace in there. So to spruce it up, it'll be a masterpiece of a room.
I have a bonus room in this house that I think you guys are gonna love.
You're kidding, right? This is the room we're supposed to love? I've never seen a room like this. What was this, the garage?
No, so first of all, simmer down. Obviously, there has been some major settling in this corner of the house, and it's caused the slab to crack. Honestly, I think this would be an incredible playroom.
I'm having a lot of issues with cracks in the floor and holes in the floor. And,
Is this room really safe?
It's awful.
It is not a playroom, it's barely a room.
No, yeah, I feel like it's jail. Oh, wow, this deck is beautiful.
Just imagine the parties you could throw here. You could also practice your parkour. Ah! This is great. I love having an outdoor space. You already know this. This is an expensive neighborhood. This house is listed for $925,000.
Doesn't seem like enough money left at a.
It seems like there's way more work than there is money in the budget.
Well, the renovation is substantial, and that's why I would want to do a home inspection to make sure there's not going to be something that'll complicate the renovation. But honestly, I think the renovation is going to cost $200,000.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. In my opinion, this house is probably worth $850. That's still 10 grand under your max budget. And we could have you in here in 7 weeks.
That sounds good, but I think we probably still want to see some other places.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
of course.
think so.
I have more showings lined up, but just keep this house in mind because the houses in this community don't come on the market very often.
$200,000 is a lot of money, and it's scary because you don't know if it's really going to turn out the way you want it because we've had some really bad experiences.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
I think it's a little too close to the road for me.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely not.
Too bad. The potential inside is great. It's tough because it's very specific what Laurel and Craig are looking for. We will find the home. It is out there. You know, for this particular, while they're just searching for a house, how do you think they're going to be when we're actually renovating them?
I don't know. It's a little further out in the community than we were hoping for.
But this is the thing. You're further out, you're getting more bang for your buck.
I don't even want to unpack a bag.
It's scary, the amount of money we'll have to put in this thing.
But think of all the privacy you're getting. Hello! This house was built in 1964. I warn you, it's a flip property, but it still does need some work.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about a flip.
Pretty
Yeah.
cramped space over here.
Very tight.
They haven't put anything into it.
Yeah, not tastefully done. The floors are all mismatched. It's not a very good flip.
This is what I hate when people try to do a flip property and they don't actually do quality work. I can't tell what's old and what's new. Come on into the living room. I think this is a great size.
It doesn't feel that big. It feels sort of enclosed.
Missing that open feel.
Laurel and Craig's attitude changed when I told them this house is a flip, but they really should give it a chance. It's a detached home with 3,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and it gives Riley lots of space to roam. They wanted to see a house that needs less repair, so I don't know what they were expecting, but note to self, don't use the word flip around Laurel and Craig anymore.
The ceiling looks really warped. It doesn't look flush at all.
The radiant heating on the floor here, it seems like a safety hazard for a baby that's crawling, soon to be walking.
I want you guys to look past the ugly that's here and picture what it could be for you. This living room has room to spare, and it wouldn't take much to turn this into the ultimate entertaining space. I'll decorate in a palette of earth tones and cool grays and add a sectional couch and a couple of accent chairs. With open sight lines and classic accents, I'll give you a space that's both comfortable and elegant.
It could work. It also sounds expensive.
Would you want us to say, oh, we'll slap a coat of paint on this and call it a day? Would you want that?
Yeah.
That's what they did. Exactly, that's what they did. It didn't work. Come on through here. Your dining room feels a little small right now, but it could open up. It could be a lot bigger.
I don't know. That chandelier looks really low.
You don't like this?
No, and it flickers when you touch it.
I want to try something here. I've never done a showing seance before, but spirits, show us a sign if you think there's potential in this house. There's potential in this house.
Or they're telling us to stay away.
Yeah, move away.
That chandelier in the dining room is giving me the creeps. I don't like that it flickers when you even walk, let alone touch it. That's not a good sign.
They have done lots of work in this kitchen. Have a look.
You're joking, right? This weird, black, veiny countertop.
They've done lots of work. I didn't say it was good work. This is the cheapest kitchen I've seen in a long time, and it's brand new. Everything in here is brand new.
What is this? It's not...
You can't even open the drawer. Is this the kitchen you want?
I think,
right now.
I think Jonathan needs to paint a picture for you.
Yes.
Don't worry about what you see here right now, because we would gut this and make it a brand new kitchen. It'll be gorgeous. I'll give you tons of prep space and a peninsula and run hardwood throughout. I'll put in a commercial-grade gas range, custom cabinets, and granite countertops. Finally, in the dining room, a harvest table, lots of seating, and rustic accents will turn this into the perfect room for hosting.
Definitely like the idea of just really opening it up and giving us that peninsula, giving us that extra space that we need.
Right. It sounds comfortable. This sort of feels stressed.
If you look beyond this to the backyard, it's absolutely beautiful. Check that out.
It's green and it's luscious.
I don't see any neighbors. I do see the hot tub, which is a little concerning with the baby. I don't know if we want that.
I try to avoid them. They're not my cup of tea. I don't even take baths.
Nice big space in here.
What is this room used for?
This would be a playroom.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think this is a great space for Riley. It's very wide, expansive. You got natural light coming in, 2 places.
This has so much space you can do anything you want.
Right.
It would take a lot of work, a huge renovation, but you have the school district that you want, you have the size of lot that you want, the size of house that you need. It really does offer you a lot. Comes down to the price. The list price on this house, $889,000.
Given the amount of work you guys have outlined, that sounds high.
It is a little bit high. I would say market value is $860. The renovation would be massive. It would cost $200,000 to whip this into shape and make it perfect for you. And I can get it done in 7 weeks. That brings you in at your max budget, $1,060,000.
I'm still pretty nervous about buying a house that's a flip, but if you guys think you can do it and do it to our taste and style in 7 weeks, we might be game for it.
Maybe you guys can head home tonight, talk it through, pros and cons, because this really could be a great home. I just don't want you guys to miss out on a house that could really be your dream home.
Okay.
All right?
I'm gonna think on it.
It's gonna be a lot of thinking tonight.
We're on the fence with this house. Given the amount of work that's required, it's concerning, but, we could be optimistic given what Jonathan's plans look like.
You guys have a huge decision to make. Let's start with the split personality house. That place has a ton of potential, 2,265 square feet. That great room is amazing. 1.75 acre lot. It's right where you want to be. List price, it's $925,000. There's no way they're ever going to get that price. That's too high. I would want to make the target price $850. It's a massive reno, but that would give you a beautiful new home. We'd flow hardwood through the whole space, open up the kitchens. This is really giving you what you want.
The location of the split personality is exactly what we're looking for.
It's a really, really sought after area that would be perfect for you. Now, the other house, the flip-flop, I know you don't like flip houses. They did a lot of cheap work. They barely did any work on this house, and they're trying to sell it for a lot more. The design for that kitchen is going to be beautiful. You would have that great playroom for Riley. They're asking $889. For this house, I literally would not want you to pay a penny over $860,000. So it's on your plate. I mean, you guys have these 2 great houses, very, very different.
This has been tough for us. We're certainly stressed being at my mom's, but the house for us is...
Want more Property Brothers? Check out our videos online and before and after photos of our favorite renovations. Access behind-the-scenes pictures and additional video clips, including outtakes and bloopers, online now at hgtv.com/propertybrothers. Both these houses have so much potential, but you can't buy both.
We could always just stay at my mom's forever.
You gotta be kidding me. I need to get out of that house now.
We just need to get an offer on one of these houses. You have to make a decision now.
the split personality.
Yeah, I think that's the one for us. You really just can't change the location of a house.
It's a great choice. So good for you guys making the decision. Now I have my work cut out for me because I have to get that price way down. So let's go in at $850. And keep in mind, we would make this sale conditional on home inspections, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
See you guys there?
that's good.
Unfortunately, the seller rejected Laurel and Craig's offer of $850,000, but they've countered back with their final number, $887,500.
We're happy accepting the counteroffer of 8875. It's obviously lower than the 925 list price, so we're happy about that. And we still have an inspection to do, so it might come down further.
We know this house needs a lot of work and it's going to cost a lot of money, so I'm hoping the home inspection will give me some leverage to renegotiate the final price.
The thought of not being able to control something is really hard for me, so having to sit around and wait, it's not my strong point.
I don't mind waiting. I'm fine waiting.
So now we've got electrical, we've got leaks from the roof.
You do understand, while we're waiting, we're still living at your mom's house.
Yes.
Well, depending how you look at this, I have good news and bad news. How are you guys feeling? Are you in a positive mood?
Very anxious.
We had our home inspection. I actually had Jonathan do a full list. He itemized every single issue with the house, what it would cost to actually have that fixed. So they're willing to come down to $851,275.
You gotta be kidding.
No, to the penny.
They could go down to 850 even.
No, they literally said, this is it. You take it or leave it.
This is why we've been so stressed out.
I think this is a good price. What does your heart tell you? Is this the house for you or not?
This is for us.
Yeah.
We'll take it. We'll take it at 851,275.
All right. Laurel and Craig narrowed their search down to one perfect community. It's a great area, but it comes with a hefty price tag. Well, the patience paid off, and the end result is definitely worth it. Completing the home inspection was key. We'd be able to shed light on the apparent issues and renegotiate to get the home for the right price. There is still a lot of work to do, but Jonathan can breathe easy knowing that he has his entire renovation budget to work with.
All right, I am pretty proud of Drew and his negotiating skills getting this place. Just don't tell him I said that. Giving these guys a new home in 7 weeks is going to be tough, and getting them to agree on anything is going to be even tougher. But by far the biggest challenge, at least for Laurel, is going to be handing over the reins. It's demolition time, which means this place is going to get a whole heck of a lot dirtier before it gets clean, so I just hope that Laurel's head doesn't explode.
I've been waiting for demo day. Laurel goes to the gym every day and she gets the aggression out every day. Me, I've just been waiting years to get it all out.
It's a little skittish. All the knocking and breaking and flying, yes, it's a little overwhelming. All right, let me try.
Look at that. One, two, three. I'm a second-degree black belt in karate.
Former world champion, this guy.
It seems, knock on whatever wood, that there's nothing underlying so far, which is really, I guess, all you could ask for when you're demoing and opening up walls.
All right. Look at that. Holy smokes, you guys are like the best construction crew I've ever had.
If the brothers need me to do demo at other houses, I'm available for it. So.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with you guys and your skills. I'm impressed with what this is going to look like. Are you happy?
I don't know, I'm overwhelmed by all the dust and debris right now.
You know, there's one way to get over that. Roll around in the dust. Oh, it feels so good. You got to try this sometime. You and Drew, forget the whole clean thing. With Laurel out of the picture, it's time to bring in my crew and really make a mess. We're tearing out the hearth in the family room so we can level out these floors and make them flush with the rest of the house. Making this playroom safe for Riley is number one, and it starts with getting rid of this cracked slab. Unfortunately, it's turning into a huge project. We're only a few days into the reno, and we've already uncovered a whack of problems. Laurel and Craig are on their way to the house right now, and I have so much bad news that I need to tell them that I don't even want to be here. So, you obviously can see that we have no floor. This has been a nightmare.
I feel like crying. I'm like, this is supposed to be like Riley's playroom, and it looks awful. Done, complete job.
This is what was underneath the slab that was cracked really, really bad. Because you see how low it dips along the back there and over here?
Yeah.
That's because they didn't create a solid base before they poured the concrete, so the ground underneath compacted a lot. We need to create a structural slab. And then that way, it doesn't matter if anything dips underneath the floor itself will hold up. We are going to do it right, but it's expensive.
It's scary to see all of that sand and that rock and the debris. I'm in complete shock.
Come on up.
I don't want to come up.
Just watch your step here. The living room has been completely stripped back, and now that I've got a good look at all of the substructure, this subfloor is not going to work for our new hardwood. No matter how many screws I put down here, no matter how much I try to make this solid, if we put your beautiful new oak flooring right on top of this, you're still going to have squeaks, you're still going to have a little bouncing. The proper way to do it would be to do a 3/4 inch tongue and groove, seamless through the whole space.
And how much is that going to cost?
$4 grand.
Hopefully this is the worst of it.
Yeah. Sometimes when you are so stressed out, the only thing you can do is laugh.
She may scream at me later, though. It won't be my fault. Jonathan's fault.
Yeah.
Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I know they're feeling the pinch, but we have another problem, and it's a big one. The current air conditioning unit is not powerful enough to cool the entire open concept space we've created, so we'll have to replace it with one that's bigger. That would be $6,000. Or, if you don't want to spend any money, you just leave that air conditioning unit.
No, that's not an option.
We're looking at $11,200 for everything we found. So what we have to think about is, how the heck are we going to pay for that?
What do we have to compromise on?
We were going to put a steel reinforced beam across the whole space, but we could put 2 posts in here and then just have a smaller engineered beam between the two. What I'd love to maybe try and do is come up with a way of incorporating them into something that will act as a little bit of separation but not completely close everything off. It would still give us this nice wide opening, 10, 12 feet, but you would not have that complete open concept.
What sort of savings are we talking about?
It would save us about $10,000.
Jonathan's proposal takes the $11,200 mark and brings it back down to $1,200, which is much more manageable for us right now.
That was stressful, but at least they were open to my suggestions. We're removing the exterior door by the family room and installing the framework for the new wall. We're finally starting to make headway, except I got a call from Craig, and he needs to see me right away.
Well, I'm wondering if, to keep things symmetrical, given we are keeping the rest of the room symmetrical and we are enclosing it on both sides, should this be a window or is something else belong over here?
You got so much light, so many windows in this room that it's going to be pretty impressive. So, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. You're not even going to notice it.
You're really sure that you don't think we need to add the extra window here for the symmetrical? No, I mean, you went and changed our whole thought, and now we're kind of putting a fixed thing in on both sides, and we just want to make sure the room is balanced.
If they want to put a window where we've already patched the door, that is going to be an extra, and I'd have to go back to the window company and see if we can even fit it into the design. This is going to be a pricey project.
It already is.
Pricey and way behind schedule with all these added tasks. The subfloor alone is a huge project. Every board needs to be pulled up before we can lay the new tongue and groove plywood. I'm really glad we went with this new beam and post design. It'll save us a ton of money and still feel open. Apparently, Laurel finds it tough making decisions, so it's time to put that to the test. I know you guys love to be very hands-on in picking everything. Well, get hands-on with this. This is actually the granite I have in my home in Vegas.
I definitely, no offense, don't like this one.
How dare you? I quarried this myself.
I don't know if I really necessarily like that there's kind of these little circle brown spots throughout it.
Oh, man.
Next.
I'm thrown off by this one. I'm not sure how it will look with these kinds of grains of black throughout it. And then it kind of looks like it has these funky rust spots around it. It seems almost like it's an imperfection, even though it's natural.
Well, the stone doesn't like your imperfections either.
Don't like it.
If you don't like it,
Yeah.
done.
Oh,
Then that leaves us with the black.
I'm not sold.
It is back to the drawing board. There's particular, and then there's picky, and then there's Laurel. What she doesn't understand is that with every delayed decision, it causes a delay in the timeline. I'm working hard to get the schedule back on track. We're digging a trench in the playroom so we can get the ducting for the new AC unit, and it was a huge hit to the budget, but with a house this size, it was the right choice. It's coming together slowly, but I think these guys are going to like the changes.
What's up, man?
Yo.
Okay.
What do you think?
The floor, it's nice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fall through anymore. It looks great.
What's wrong?
I feel like the ceiling is lower.
Nope, it's exactly the same.
I see that we have beams. Is that why you think it looks lower, Craig? Because
Maybe. It could just be the way the beams are set up. It feels like it's lower.
You don't like it?
I see this beam going across here, and I'm a little fixated on it. It feels sort of enclosing on the room. It makes the room feel smaller than it is, I think.
There was a wall there before.
I know, but I think now that you can see into the other space and the relative ceiling height in there versus in here, I don't know, something doesn't feel right about the beam. I think I've changed my mind and I want that steel beam. Is it too late for that?
I think Jonathan's gonna kill you.
No, there's a lot of acreage back there and they'd never find your body. I can see it on their faces. They feel like they've made the wrong decision. But they're not seeing what the final product will look like. This is not the final product. Laurel and Craig are a pretty particular couple, and every time they come by, I end up having to change something. So they need something else to focus on, and we need lighting. So I've sent them on a shopping trip for some fixtures so I can finally get some work done.
I love to go shopping, but Craig hates it. So...
Yeah, I mean, shopping with Laurel is a horrible experience. First, she's got to look at everything in the store, and she's got to touch everything, and probably flick every light switch. Then she won't make up her mind at the end of the day, and so then we're going to have to come back to Jonathan and say, you pick it.
I can be wishy-washy when making decisions, but I feel like I'm on a mission, and I have to find something today, and today is the day to do it.
All right. I'm happy to be here, absolutely. I love shopping for lights, and hopefully we find something here that we all agree on.
You mean that I picked?
That we agree on.
All right, whatever you say. These are really pretty, but they just don't go with our style.
You mean clean, white, no color whatsoever?
No, we're gonna get color, but I just don't think that they go with that more rustic kind of look that seems to be the theme of things.
Okay, this has a lot of crystal.
I like crystal.
I don't really like the crystal.
But look at all these pretty crystals. It's beautiful and timeless. I mean, come on, look at them.
This is very foo-foo. Not my style.
All right, so show me something that is your style.
Something without crystals.
That is so blah. Why spend a couple $100s on something that doesn't go with our design at all?
Doesn't it? Crystal chandeliers belong in like a hotel or a ballroom. They don't belong in my fireplace room underneath, my TV by my couch.
No, the minute that I change my name to your last name, it's our. We need to find something for the dining room table.
What this guy?
Oh, I love that. I think that's very rustic, and I love the crosshatch.
Looks interesting.
Yeah, it's very
Not
interesting.
overstated. So do we actually agree on something here? Anytime I go shopping with Laurel, I dread it, but this wasn't nearly as bad as I'd expected.
All right, don't pass out, but I think so.
I'm glad that we agreed on something at least.
Yeah, it was pretty painless, right?
So far.
I finally figured out how I can give Craig the beam he wants without taking a huge hit to the budget. By ripping out the center beam and hiding it up in the ceiling, I'm giving them the clear sight line they've been looking for. I think they'll be happy, but it's a lot of extra work and it's really affecting the timeline. As is Laurel's indecision. I must have shown her 1,000 countertops and she hasn't liked a single one, so I've sent her shopping for that too. The countertop debate continues.
Yes, I think I found what I want.
We need the decision to happen.
I know.
Laurel has a couple of samples that are beautiful, and I know both of them would look good. My favorite is the one that just gets it done now. At this point, it is 100% personal preference, because we've learned what I choose is not necessarily what you would choose.
I think I'm leaning more towards the subtleness of this because I like the way that it's veined, and I like that it has a little crystal in it, and I think it will be really clean and fresh.
Oh, thank goodness we have made a decision. That's all I've been asking for, and now I can get the countertops ordered. With that off my list, I can focus on the final stage of building the slab, the concrete pour. My crew has to work quickly because the concrete sets fast. This job has a lot of different steps, and it's definitely setting us back, but it was important to get it right. We're getting the new sliding door installed, and we're finally able to start closing in the walls, and our window's been delivered. But with no countertops, I can't install the sink or do the plumbing. This has been a very difficult project because we've come across a lot of issues, there's a lot of moving parts, but I'm really excited to show them where we're at because it's looking great.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Look at the doors. It's just like stimulus overload. There's just too much to look at.
I like the header on the top here is also gone. It makes it feel
Oh,
way
I didn't
bigger.
even notice that.
That's all I get from you? This
awesome.
You know what I had to do to remove that
I
header?
have no idea.
It was so much work to make that happen, but look at the difference.
It's huge.
They are on cloud 9 for about 3 minutes. All brand new windows. Everything now in here is energy efficient. Once it's all sealed and finished off, it's going to be gorgeous.
Why are they different sizes? Why are those windows larger than those windows?
Just for the distance that we had to go. So you see we had to leave a post on that one there.
I don't like that at all. I actually hate it. That's all we've been saying constantly. We want it to be symmetrical, we want it to match, and now it doesn't match at all, and there's this funky post just sticking out in the middle of the room, and I don't know how you can hide that with furniture, drapes, or whatever. You can't. It's just there. The windows are not even the same size. It just really looks bad.
No, it really doesn't.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
If we're going to do exactly the same as that side over there, we'd have to go and do a whole new beam. So to put in a beam with a sandwich steel plate in there all the way across on the outside, just for the sake of removing that one post, I mean, it's a lot of money.
I know, I just feel like we spent a lot of money on the windows, and we were never told that they wouldn't match.
I think that it looks worse having the window here with this post than it would have been not having the window at all. Because then it would have been like purposefully different, whereas here it sort of looks like
Pieced together.
accidentally different, which is worse.
I see what they're saying, but when they asked for symmetrical, I gave them something that wouldn't blow the budget. I mean, we've got 4 windows on either side, and once everything was completely done, you'd never notice that there were slightly different sizes. Or, well, I guess one person would notice.
I just feel like there's no way around it. Like, it has to be mirrored. And so it's just something that I can't let go.
Laurel said she hates these windows. She hates them. That is a strong word, and I'm looking at these windows. They don't look bad. But if she hates it, and if she feels misled, which is what she said, well, then I'm going to have to make it right. Fortunately, my window supplier has agreed to swap out the old windows for the ones they wanted at no extra cost. But that still leaves a ton of structural stuff. There's so much left to do, we don't have time to go back and fix things that have already been done. We're working around the clock as it is, but it's time-consuming, meticulous work that cannot be rushed. To make matters worse, we're 5 days from move-in and the countertops have not been cut. Laurel insists on picking the exact slab.
This funky, like, white line.
Yeah, but you can work around it.
I know these two, they want their home to be perfect.
See up here? This looks like it's too tight together.
And at this point, I just honestly don't know how that's going to happen. How is that supposed to be helping anything? They say that everyone works better with a little pep in their step. You're not doing this, are you? Seriously? That will get you a smack. And they just pulled up. We don't have time for this. All right, come in, come in.
It was pretty barren last time we were here.
I know. Hopefully they got it right. They got it done.
Come on up.
Oh, man.
This is the first step you'll take into your new home.
Oh, my God. This is awesome. This is not our house, right? It doesn't look like our house. Yeah, it looks incredible.
This is great.
Look at my countertops! This looks amazing. But look at my countertops. I love my countertops.
Just pet them. Caress the
I love
countertop.
my countertop. My countertop is perfect.
Well done.
Thank you.
I gotta be honest, I did not think we would finish on time. In fact, I could have easily had another week to try and get all the little details done. We ran right to the last minute. And the biggest thing is, do you like it?
I love it. I do. I mean, this is exactly what I wanted. This is beautiful. I mean, I love everything. I have nothing bad to say about anything.
Wait, no changes or anything?
No. I mean, it looks incredible.
Coming from you, that is high praise. You found it tough cooking in someone else's space, so I worked hard to give you a custom kitchen that perfectly suits your needs, and I'm with you. These counters look awesome. Craig, one of the big things you wanted was an open flow. Looking down here, you have from the front of the house to the back of the house completely wide open.
Yeah, it's a totally different space.
Big concern for you guys was how much dining space are you going to have? How's this?
This works really well.
Oh.
Yeah, and the light that we picked out, that we agreed on together.
Yes, it's beautiful.
I don't know if I'm more impressed by how nice the light is or the fact that you both agreed on something.
We love the Edison light bulbs. They're very cool.
Well, the two of you will now sit at either end of the table. We'll get you a little intercom so you can talk back.
We're this away from each other, right? This is definitely going to work for parties and family gatherings. There's so much space that people can spill over into. The beautiful island that we have, the large dining room table. Now we also have the doors that go right out to the deck. You know, it's perfect.
It was hard to picture how this closed-off space could fit a large table without feeling cramped, but with the walls gone and easy outdoor access, I've given you an elegant, airy space ideal for entertaining. If you guys remember, when we toured this house, this was right down at the ground level, right?
It looks so much better that they're not, you know, to the floor. It makes more sense this way. It's a lot prettier.
Just hearing that, I can now relax.
Working with Jonathan was great. We had our ups and downs. But, you know, in the end, it was great working with such a professional because he got the job done, and he got it done way beyond our expectations.
I want you to tell me what you think of the shelves.
The shelves are awesome.
They're pretty darn cool.
Yeah, they're awesome.
No one will know, it'll be our little secret, that this actually saved us thousands and thousands of dollars because we've hidden the posts inside those.
Yeah, this is awesome. It worked out really well.
It's very nice.
This is the big thing. Look at your windows.
Symmetrical. It's awesome.
Yeah.
No posts.
No posts. They'll line up. It's great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's amazing. And it's just incredible to finally see it all one level.
Oh.
It really makes the space look so much larger.
This room already had great bones, but I think the updated windows and floor really give it a timeless elegance without sacrificing its rustic charm. And the piano will be very happy here.
You would never think that this was a demolished floor. Look at all the butterflies. And look at her picture. Oh, look at her picture! Oh, she looks so incredible.
I think I know which of those butterflies is the most beautiful one.
Oh my God. It looks so great.
Does it feel like it could ever be anything but a beautiful playroom?
No, this is what this room is for. And like the soft furniture is great.
And I love that we kept the doors that they're not transparent so that if it ever gets messy in here, we can just close the doors.
Close it out.
It's definitely a comfort to us knowing that this was done the right way.
Now the house is safe, family friendly, but we still have a lot of baby proofing to do. We've knocked down walls.
Played ping pong balls.
And yes, I've been a little tough and huffed and puffed, but sure enough,
It's been fun.
it's been real. It's been the longest 7 weeks, and now we're here at the reveal. And now, get out of our house.
On that note, I think we better run.
Yeah, see ya. After weeks of stress and indecision, Laurel and Craig are thrilled to finally move out of Craig's mom's place and into a home of their own. This project was no song and dance for Jonathan. Everything from replacing floors to the ultimate challenge, disappointed homeowners. Fortunately, Laurel and Craig kept their faith in their contractor, and they couldn't be happier with how the house turned out. It's time for Jonathan to take a well-deserved nap.
Now that is a payoff, because it is not easy to make Laurel happy.
And that kitchen's now ready for her to go in and clean for hours.
I just cleaned it as spick and span.
It's not Laurel clean.
Good point. Laurel and Craig in love with one another.
But what married couple wants to live with their mother?
Check us out on Twitter at Mr. Drew Scott, at Mr. Silver Scott, and hashtag Property Brothers.